Hi and welcome to the Toon Goons, the podcast in which we take an adult and critical perspective into the world of cartoons and animation, and analyze how they affect the pop cultural landscape at large. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki.
I'm Nina.
Tooch is great, best co-host.
Tooch is great, best
Tooch is great, best.
Last week's All in One Room was fun, but we're sorry that the table we recorded on was
a million years old.
It's about as old as I am. It was rickety. We will not record on that table again, I can promise you that.
I'll burn it.
No.
I'll suplex that fucking table.
Oh, that'd be fun. You body slam, suplex me into the table.
I was gonna say I'll get Gnocchi to tackle it. She'll be fine. She's made of iron.
I could body slam Gnocchi through that table. She would be mad, but fine.
Yeah.
This week, we are doing our retrospective episode on Wander Over Yonder. Specifically, season 2 and the ending.
It's over!
Sadly, it is almost certainly over. There's like a petition that McCracken was like, hey, I mean, people are trying to petition this. See what happens.
Hey, Disney,
I'm having a bad year. Like, I'm not gonna, me and all my friends and family are like not doing great. So I'm not gonna like get excited, but hey, if you wanna, can't hurt. We've recapped a lot of, the second season already. So we're not gonna go, episode by episode as if we've ever done that. But, we are going to talk about the series as a whole now that we've seen what all of it is. Because the other thing is that our first episode of Wander Over Yonder was in our first couple of months, partway through the first season. And it's not to say that the show or our perspective on the show has changed a lot, but our understanding, I think, has become more accurate.
It's a much more important show now.
Yeah, the thesis of the show has become more clear. And it's extremely clear. It's undeniable.
And it's good.
But first we have a little beetle of news.
Little beetle. So we just got some more information about upcoming Moana movie. We know about some more characters and the actors who are going to be portraying them. Moana's parents, both of them are alive. Her dad, Chief Tsu, and Sina. They watch over Motunui Island, where they live. Tui is portrayed by Tamura Morrison, who's a New Zealand actor of Maori descent. Apparently he played Jango Fett.
Oh!
The face of Jango Fett, yeah. And then Sina, her mom, is played by Nicole Scherzinger, who is the singer you might remember from Pussycat Dolls. Do you remember Pussycat Dolls?
Not until just now.
Yeah, same.
She was born in Honolulu to a native Hawaiian mother.
That song they did with Busta. They did a song with Busta that was Busta's part was great.
Oh,
the song as a whole was alright.
Busta did a Christmas song with Justin Bieber and his part was great.
Yeah.
Busta had a song on the Rugrats soundtrack, that song was great.
That song is sick.
Oh my gosh.
Busta is always like, hey, you making some dog shit? Let me get in on that.
Let me spice this up.
Not only are both her parents alive, but so is her grandma, Grandma Tala. She's said to have a tight bond with Moana, perhaps even tighter than she is with her parents. Encourages Moana to follow her heart, and she's being portrayed by Rachel House, who's another New Zealand actor with Maori heritage.
What
of course, there's
good cast.
Too cool. Yeah, this is two cool things. They're going for racial verisimilitude, which is very important.
Uh-huh.
The parents are there, which is like the whole Disney thing. It's like, look, we got two parents. They're not going to die.
Hopefully
they're not going to die.
The Rock's there. He can't let anybody get hurt. It was in the first draft of the script. He flipped out in the booth. We had to tell Dwayne, they're not real.
Dwayne, stop wrestling me.
You don't have to save them. Oh, God.
Her pig, Pua, is not going to speak. He's just going to be a cute pig.
It's good.
He's going to be a snorty pig. And then they are going to run into a 50-foot tall crab that does speak.
Because at that point, why not?
Yeah.
And his name is Tamatoa, and he lives on the land of monsters known as the Laulotai. And he's going to be played by Jermaine Clement, who, if you don't know, he's another New Zealand actor of Maori descent, but you might know him more from Flight of the Conchords.
Dang.
He was also in, the Muppet movie, and...
No, that was Brett, the other Concord. Britt McKenzie.
Ah.
I don't know he was Maori. You said he was of Maori descent?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Wow.
You didn't know that?
Jermaine Clement? I mean, he's very light-skinned, so no, I didn't. I guess I just assumed he was Anglo-New Zealand.
Are you confusing him with the other dude?
They're both very light-skinned.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is also Maori, so there you go. And then we also have another animal friend who is going to be have a voice, but that's going to be played by Alan Tudyk, just because he's in all the
got
movies now.
Yeah.
And that is just as Hey, the chicken.
So presumably it's just going to be Tudyk making...
Chicken noises. Yeah, he really wanted to make chicken noises.
We wrote this whole script for you. Come on, work with us. Nope, just chicken noises.
Mr. Tudyk, we weren't gonna let you play like one of these, Polynesian people, because like we're trying to do a thing. We know you're in all the movies, but like we're doing a thing. You can be a chicken. Is that cool?
But yeah, Jermaine Clement's mother was Maori, so he's
cool.
Yeah.
So, and we also have a little bit of plot. A little bit. We know that one aspect of the film is going to revolve around Maui getting his legendary hook back, which apparently Tamatoa the crab has. So that should be fun.
Sounds like an adventure.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun adventure. We're getting little things about like how Moana's personality is going to be like. She's going to be kind of rambly and stuff. Also, she's not going to have a love interest in this film, which I'm happy about.
Please, can I watch a movie? Can I just sit down and watch a movie without having to be like, no, they gotta kiss sometimes though.
I read some critique that said that it's not subversive for a woman of color to not have a love interest because they typically don't in movies. That's not something I've noticed, but
for a Disney
for Disney
for a Disney heroine.
But for Disney, it's not the case.
Yeah, they always have to kiss somebody in a Disney.
Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm just very, very excited for this movie, and I want to watch it.
Oh, that's a sick crab.
Yeah, that's Jermaine Clements as a crab.
Is he a coconut crab?
Probably.
He's a gigantic crab.
So yeah, they're
he's
some of the biggest.
He's just a regular coconut. He's just an above.
He's a 50-foot tall crab.
So he's an above average size coconut crab. Have you seen them?
Oh man.
The only way if they pinch at you, the only way to get them off is you gotta like tickle them in their crab nipples. This is real.
Do they have?
It's like it's an erogenous zone, and that's the only way to get them off of their industrial vice grip onto your neck. It's that big. They're really that big.
They are like the size of trash cans, like garbage cans.
Yeah, that's like the first thing which shows up of a crab on the side of a garbage can, and it's the whole garbage can, like a metal like an Oscar the Grouch garbage can.
Okay. Next up, we have some news about what Warner Brothers Animation wants to continue to do with their DC films.
You sound so done with them.
Well, we haven't talked about this, but we heard about that shit that's in Killing Joke, which I guess we're gonna spoil, so skip ahead a couple of minutes if you don't want to be spoiled. There were apparently in that movie Batman and Batgirl fuck a bunch.
And that's...
At least once.
That's not... I mean, a bunch compared to the comic books, which is none.
Yeah, and I read some other things too about how there's this constant she has a weird mentor daddy thing with Batman, and also she's not good enough as a superhero for him.
No.
And they totally fuck, and it just makes it, and the whole point was to make it so she had more of a background, she had more of a part to play in this story. She wasn't just a victim.
Worst.
You did a bad job of it.
They did a terrible job.
Okay, how can we make a woman? How can we make a lady have a butt in the story? I don't know. Let's see her pussy. This is the writing room of a bunch of knucklehead men.
And I literally think this is just Bruce Timm shipping them, because there was a couple jokes in the later end of the Batman animated series, a couple of them, and I think the Mystery of Batwoman movie, and I think the Mystery of Bat movie nobody watched. It was implied that she was trying to get at him, but the art style was still the same, so she still looked like a teen.
And I think in Beyond, they implied that they had
so
sexual
this is literally
relationship.
just Bruce Timm's OTP, and he won't let it go.
It doesn't make sense.
So let's see some other movies about who Batman's gonna fuck.
First up,
Superman.
No.
That would be interesting.
Too
That would be interesting and in character and
No, first up we have Batman and Harley Quinn.
Great.
Slated for release in 2017 with a wholly original story by Bruce Timm.
God damn it!
There you go. Next we have Justice League Dark, which is an outpacing of Del Toro's live-action adaptation for the story, and will mark the first animated appearance for John Constantine. Swamp Thing is also going to be in the movie, which I'm excited about.
Because that was Alan Moore, right?
I just like Swamp Thing. He's cool.
Swamp Thing was one of those properties that like a lot of famous comic book artists worked on.
Yeah, but didn't Alan Moore have a run of it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
This one is going to focus more on the supernatural DC denizens, like Constantine, Deadman, Shade, Madame Xanadu, Changing Man,
the Hot Topic
Swamp
crew.
Thing, Satana, the cool guys who don't always...
Good.
Well, Satana, I wouldn't say she's... Well, I guess she is supernatural.
She's
powers.
supernatural, but it's not like she's a deep cut like the rest of these no-name goons. Deadman?
Yeah, Deadman.
I like
you remember
Deadman.
Deadman? He was the dude who was a ghost, and he had that giant collar and the red suit, and he had a big D. And his whole bit, like, he was trying to help people, but because he was a ghost, he can't talk to anybody.
Was he Boston Brand?
No.
I mean, it's a shit name. We can agree it's a shit name. And the Changing Man is like, that's nothing.
Zatanna and if I'm remembering my DC Comics lore correctly, in this movie, Constantine and Zatanna are gonna fuck. So that's why she's there. Okay,
I do remember Deadman. He is Boston Brand. He does rule.
Yeah, Deadman rules.
He's just got a shit name.
And then the last one is the one where I'm actually, like, very excited.
Oh.
Is Teen Titans: The Judas Contract.
Finally?
It's going to be directly adapted from the Marv Wolfman and George Perez story. It's slated for 2017. It's a great story.
More
if you don't
like
know,
slated. Yeah.
Yeah, actually. If you don't know, this was from the original, the new Teen Titans run that the Teen Titans, like, from the cartoon were first, like, really realized by Wolfman and Perez. It was, like, in the mid-'80s, and it was a story that revealed the origins of Deathstroke, introduced his son, Joey Wilson, and his daughter... Well, actually, I don't know who Adeline Kane is.
Is she related to Catherine
Everybody
Kane?
has a... There's, like, a million Kanes.
That's I know Batwoman is.
Oh, comic books.
Oh.
There's, like, a real-ass woman named that.
Oh, the former wife. His wife. Okay, I didn't know the name of his wife. So it's going to introduce his wife, his son, who becomes Jericho, and also presents the first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing.
Ooh.
Ever. So it's a really big deal.
And also Terra, right?
Terra is the main antagonist. That's the whole Terra arc.
That's a whole Judas bit.
Yeah.
If you've seen Teen Titans, that's not a spoiler. It's an old show.
Give me that Disco Nightwing.
Yes! But fair warning, if you are a big fan of the 2000s cartoon and Terra's character, she's very, very different in the original comics.
She's a lot less sympathetic.
She's not as sympathetic. She's not as redeemable.
Nope, not at all.
She's just a nasty lady who wants what she wants and will do what she needs to do to get it. So we'll see how that turns out. I hope it's good. Cause
maybe Nightwing will fuck somebody.
Yeah, and... Well, probably Starfire.
If Nightwing fucks Starfire, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need, like, a scene of it. We don't need, like, a scene of it, but, like, look at the two of them.
By that point...
They've earned each other.
I think by that point, yeah, they were already a thing.
They were already sharing a bed in the comics?
Yeah, I think so.
Which was
by that point, they're not
huge
teenagers
stink.
Anymore. I think they're, like, in their early 20s.
Yeah. Didn't that panel raise a huge stink?
Oh, yeah.
They, like, woke up in the night because, like, Jericho's butt fell off or something. and Dick sat up in a bed that shared by Starfire, and he had no shirt on and his crazy, excellent chest. Oh, she also had no shirt on.
Or pants. They were naked. This wasn't the first time. Like, they were always half naked anyway. Like,
look at them.
There's a cute scene where, like, whatever, I won't. What? It's
this week on Toon Goons, we
okay.
get the vapors. We interrupt this news broadcast because ooh-wee.
Okay, sorry, I'm changing the subject. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got.
Next week there's gonna be a bear stack, which is what they call a We Bear Bears bomb.
Nice.
They're finally coming back with new bears.
Cool promo art with them in sunglasses and Grizz is dabbing. And it's like those old, like, Adventure Time bombs and Steven bombs where they don't have the names, but they've got a symbol that represents one of them. One of them is a radioactivity symbol, so that could go a lot of directions. But what I can guarantee is that it's not going to be whatever you think it's going to be. It won't be that.
And I mean, there were other panels at Comic-Con, but none of them announced anything, really. It was just, like, fun times if you were there, more or less.
Yeah.
From what I was able to gather.
Gather.
Yeah.
Get him.
All right, so let's...
speaking of that, the third journal's, like, out and you can buy it. Gravity Falls.
As well as a select your own choose venture book.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
Yeah, were either of you, I kept forgetting to bring it up, but, like, to ask you guys, we should talk about it on the show, but did either of you guys follow Alex Hirsch's freaking, like, real-life, like, Clue mystery riddle geocache fucking hunt?
I saw his tweets, but I kind of made an executive decision that I wasn't gonna, like, go back and catch up on whatever was happening.
I didn't catch up, I just saw little tidbits.
I saw that on the YouTube, but I didn't actually watch it. I just saw them pop up on my subscription feed.
It's literally Alex sending people on like a nationwide fucking chase. I think the goal is to find where they put the real Bill Cipher statue. So like
it's an alternate reality game, right?
Yeah, it's an ARG. I mean, it's
the other kind of ARG.
Yeah,
they got to duke it out one of these days. Too bad Splatfests are over.
Yeah, there's always
There's like three info boxes. Are like, are you sure this is the right one? Because it's the same word letters.
All right, so I think that's news.
Yeah. Did that conclude though the cipher hunt?
I mean, I literally don't know. It's been so confusing because I wasn't on there from the jump, and they work so fast. Them gravy falls, boys and girls.